Okay, welcome to the consultation slash trial class, whatever you want to call it, framework, okay? We're now getting into the action of things, okay? Super excited for this module here, okay? You would have hopefully by now gone through the sales state of mind, the first principle, the 7 beliefs of sales. If you haven't, I highly recommend you go through that. This is the root cause, the foundations of sales, okay? You cannot do this sales thing and cut straight to the golden juicy points without going through the foundations, okay? That's like someone coming into a jiu-jitsu class and wanting to take on a black belt when they haven't even done their first trial, all right? It's the same thing. So make sure, stop this video, go back and watch these 3 things here, okay? Super quick, 2x speed them, do what you need to do, okay? Make sure as well, if you've gone through these things and you haven't shared any comments or things like that in the community that other people would find of value, please do so. Remember, when you win, everyone else wins, vice versa. The same way that you would hope for someone to share some tips, please do ahead and go and do the same. All right, let's get into it. So the martial art trial class / consultation framework. You'll see there's 2 documents here, and the reason for that is one is a pretty simplified version, another is a bit more advanced, and this all depends on how much resources, time, and how willing and able you are to do things, okay? I'm going to run through both pretty quickly, just to make sure that this video doesn't go for too long. But the martial arts consultation framework, okay? Make sure you have notes ready on the lead, okay? So you would have seen in the emails that we sent you, you have notes from our call center team, from the conversations, that summarizes what the conversation prior was about, so you're ready for it, okay? Always, and this is just a general point of feedback here, always aim to sign them up on the spot, okay? Now, I've just kind of thrown that statistic out there, but like, I would say on average, 70% of people will not return. And you're probably wondering, well, Sam, these people come in, potentially, but don't come back, okay? That's because we need to incentivize the thing. That's because we haven't been going through this framework, all right? So make sure at the end of the class, you find how they found the thing, okay? Build a rapport, build a relationship. Don't just go straight into pitching your offer and things like that, okay? Remember, we got to go back to the 7 beliefs here, all right? Breaking the beliefs down. People are at Hell Island, they're in a point of pain. How are we going to get them to their desired situation, okay? Show why the other options haven't worked and show why martial arts is safe, strongest, fastest path. Why is it the best mechanism, okay? Remember, there's a few questions here that we can uncover. You can dig a bit deeper. I'm aware that martial art classes back-to-back, they're fast-paced. You're not going to have the time necessarily to sit down and do all these things. That's why if you're a one-man band, okay, you make the most of what you can do, okay? If you've got a front desk, they're obviously going to have a bit more time to go through these types of things. Regardless, all it takes is a minute or 2 conversation to quickly speed run through this type of thing and just have a natural conversation with these people, and you're suddenly going to 10x your close rate on these people, okay? But time and time again, I've been in gyms, okay, having trained, I've been to our client gyms, I've seen it firsthand. A lead comes in, no one speaks to them. Major red flag. No member talks to them. Major red flag. They get chucked into the class. No communication, no prior thing going on. Major red flag. End of the class, they kind of stood there scratching their head going, what am I meant to be doing now? No, okay? Super simple. Make people feel valued. Remember, martial arts is a community thing, okay? Oftentimes, all this stuff is just the simple things that we need to be doing. But make sure we have a system in place, okay? Question for yourself watching this. Do you have a system when someone comes in? Do you have a system once they sign the waiver? Do you have a system of handing over their uniform? Do you have a system of going from front desk to trial on the mat? Do you have a system of warming up? Do you have a system of finishing the class off? Do you have a system when they've finished the class, you're immediately coming over to talk to them? Do you have a system to then sign them up? Do you have a system to objection handle? Okay? Do you have a system to go through these types of questions? Do you have a system after the class? Okay? Systems scale businesses. Okay? Beliefs, frameworks, scale businesses. Super simple. Okay? Remember, keep everything simple, tie it into what is the value for them. Okay? Remember, there's simple things here that we can be doing to closing, things like that. Okay? Very simple framework here. Now, another one. Okay? Maybe you've got a bit more of a hands-on approach. Maybe you've got a bit more time, willingness, and ability to do these things. You've got the resources, you've got the staff, things like that. Maybe you kind of do a bit more of a consultation process, okay? And you really get into in-depths here. I think this is a good acronym, and this is from Alex Hormozi, okay? So I'm not claiming this here at all. But it's called the CONVERT acronym, okay? Congratulate them on their success, overview of the reasons for their success, emphasizing on the coaching, your mechanism, the thing that built the gap, right? New you gap, highlight the gap between where they are now and where they want to be, painting a picture of the clear journey and how you will guide them, okay? Value stack it, add a value to your offer, making it clear it's the best option for them. This is where incentive-based pricing comes into play, no joining fee, things like that. Make it easy for people to sign up. We all know the money in martial arts is based on retention. Why would you not offer some form of incentive-based offer on what you're willing and able to do, of course, to get them over the line, okay? Eliminate the risk for them, okay? Provide a service guarantee, whatever it may be. Reduce the price if you have to. This is a very final one though, okay? Don't just jump straight into this, okay? And make sure you take the payment then. Don't just rely that this person will come back in and pay, okay? I know from my own experience that doesn't happen, okay? So again, lots of little nuggets in there that I would review, but I still think it's so important that you're just reviewing the basics here. And I'm going to keep reiterating in these final modules. Come back in here and review Sales 101. Review the state of mind. Review the first principle, the beliefs of sales. Because without that, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. Having the best sales team doesn't work. You being the best salesperson doesn't work. You being the best martial art instructor doesn't work. Okay, it only gets you so far. All right. Hope you found some value in this video. Comment down in the community what your consultation, what your trial class framework is. Again, this can always be added to. We're constantly talking to clients that give us tips and things on what they're doing for sales, okay? All right, so we'd appreciate anything that you think would help other martial arts school learners, okay? Thank you.